I slept with my CPAP machine on for kind of like the first full night. It went pretty well actually. I looked at the kind of metrics this morning and the number of times that I'm stopping breathing has gone down since using the machine. Yeah, I am excited to show you what it looks like outside. If you're in the Vancouver area, then of course you know, because it's been kind of mayhem in the city since it snowed, and that was a bit of a rude awakening to come back to, although I do love snow. It was just a stark difference between being in the sun for a week and then coming back to like a lot of snow, because I feel like it doesn't snow here that often, especially like in the city. Of course it does in the mountains. But yeah, I'm off to walk Georgie back into the routine. So I got back from Georgie's and then I decided to get my nails done. I peeled every single one of them off on the airplane back from Mexico. So this is what I got done, going with like the red Christmassy theme. I wanted them to be a bit darker, but I like this color. Now I am just making myself some lunch and Jamie some lunch as well. I'm making like a salmon rice bowl. So actually, funny enough, we just get these frozen salmon fillets from IKEA and then I put those in the air fryer, and then I think I'll just eat it with like rice, maybe some cucumber, soy sauce, and then maybe some nori. I was craving that so much recently. It's just like a really plain kind of like rice bowl. I don't know why. I don't want to fall into the habit like I usually do after a vacation of just like letting everything in the house be messy. I want to try to like unpack everything, just clean up a little bit, tidy up. We decided that we're going to try to declutter some stuff. We quite often, I would say, we try a couple times a year to do a big declutter. Just get rid of things that we're not using anymore, or like pack things away a little bit more efficiently. So I thought I'd get a bit of a head start and just tidy up. Good morning. It is Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. And today Jamie and I decided that we would do a massive apartment cleanup. I didn't think that I was gonna get into it today, but we wrote down a list of everything that we had to do. I've talked before about how writing like every single little drawer and part of the house really helps me and Jamie to like not get overwhelmed, and then we just slowly one by one go down and like tick things off. So we did that, and then even though I wasn't really in the mood before, now I actually really feel like doing it. We're gonna go through everything. It's been feeling a little bit cluttered. There's a lot of stuff that we had from our old apartment that we brought here that we just haven't used, that's been sitting in corners, and I personally am ruthless when it comes to clutter clearing. I will get rid of like everything that we haven't used for a few months, sometimes to a fault. We're a good balance because Jamie's more on the keep things side of the spectrum. Please. Jamie's doing the closet. Jamie's responsible for the closet. So he's got his
It's so bad in here.
Whenever I convince myself that I need a new journal, I need to remember this video and remember this part of my closet.
So it moves all that super stuff as well at the top.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of freed up some more space on this shelf, and I put the dates here.
Okay, so we've done a pretty good job so far. We have this massive Goodwill pile, which is stressing me out because we can't actually bring it there because our car's in the shop right now. But we're taking a brief intermission to go walk Georgie, and I bribed Jamie to coming with me.
Bribed me?
Yeah, I said I'd get you a coffee.
Yeah, and breakfast.
I never said that. I never said that. Good morning. It is Friday. It's the beginning of a new month, so I usually at the beginning of every new month use the Design Your Character template that I created, and I just go in and I kind of reflect on how I'm feeling, how I'm showing up this month, and like kind of set the tone for the month. And it's always fun to like look back at a previous month and just see kind of how I did on some of my intentions. So that's what I'm doing now. Okay, I'm just about to film a Q&A episode for the YouTube because I just did a Q&A for the podcast, and I figured why not also do it for YouTube. I'm drinking this gigantic smoothie that used to be a pickle jar from our neighbor. They make homemade pickles. I'm the type of person when it comes to smoothies that I could drink just about anything in a smoothie, and so I really like to just like shove a bunch of stuff in there that I typically like wouldn't get into my day-to-day, and it's a really good way for me to make sure that I'm consuming vegetables. Otherwise, I feel like I just get lazy with my meals and I'm not really like as intentional about incorporating like fruits and veggies, so this is like an easy way to just kind of get them in. I'm just doing some makeup, and I wanted to actually show you because I saw this TikTok recently about a mascara hack, and I would say that I have pretty long eyelashes, but I can never get them to like stay up, and I saw this hack and I tried it the other day and it actually went pretty well. This is the eyelash curler that I use, and then you just curl your eyelashes. I always like to kind of put them almost like backwards. I know that looks kind of freaky, but I find that that tends to like kind of work best. What the heck? Oh, I just got a notification about a flight because I'm going home to like Ontario for Christmas, but I don't know why they texted me so early because I'm not flying until like for a couple weeks. So I just panicked for a second and thought I booked the wrong thing. So basically I tried to do like a couple pumps right at the root, and then I kind of like release it a little bit and work my way up. Okay, and then what she said, and I apologize, I saw it in passing, so I have no idea what her handle is, but basically what she said is you just kind of apply to start at the very top of the lash, and you just focus on that all the way across. So I kind of close my eye and like do it like that. I feel like normally I go right to the very root and like go up from there, and she said like basically you want to actually avoid going anywhere near the root. Do the same on the other side. Okay, so here's what we have so far, and then you kind of just layer onto it. Something that's so hard for me to wrap my head around, sorry, this thought just popped into my head, is that like I'm just by myself in my room right now recording this video, and then people just watch it. Like I don't know, sometimes I find that to be such a weird concept. I think sometimes when I make my videos or I create my podcasts, like I just don't envision what happens after I put it out. It's kind of just like, you know, you create it and then the rest is really kind of out of your hands. And sometimes I just have this moment of being like, wow, like we're sharing this moment together right now. Another kind of beauty thing that I've been doing, I very rarely wear anything on my lips other than like lip gloss or something transparent. I very rarely wear anything colored, but I recently, like I would say throughout the summer, started using this. I know I'm probably like very late to the party on this, and I just use it kind of as like a liner and then just add a little bit, and then sometimes I'll put some lip gloss on top of that. And I don't know, I've just been really liking it. I've just noticed that when I wear it, my face feels a little bit more like my lips, I guess, feel a little bit more defined, and I've been really liking that. Another thing that I've gotten into recently, sometimes too much and they've looked really bad, but I like adding little freckles. The one that I'm using, I got sent to me actually. It's from a brand called Salty Face. Very subtle, but the first couple times I did it, I went overboard and also didn't really know how to blend them. I think I was using like a beauty blender, and yeah, it just didn't look good. I also started in the summer doing this thing where I would take self-tanner like a Saint Tropez or Saint Tropez, I don't know how to pronounce it. I would take that and I would put a little bit onto a toothbrush, and then I would just like dab it on, and that also looked kind of good. Definitely a bit more dramatic, and you have to be like a little bit careful because you can definitely overdo it, but also who cares. I think we are ready to go. Oh, my last step. Sometimes forget that I own this, but I really like it. It's the Merit like highlighter stick. I don't know what it's called. Highlighting balm, and I have the shade Cava. I feel like a lot of people used to do this, but I feel like we can tell a lot about ourselves based on what we mock, if that makes sense. And for a long time, I used to like pretend to be a beauty YouTuber to my friends. Like if I was getting ready, I would like do this thing and I'm like, here's my concealer, da da da. And I actually think it was a little bit of like, despite it being playful, I think part of me was just like, this is something that I would love to do. Not necessarily being a beauty YouTuber, but like just being on YouTube and being on social media. I feel like I used to kind of like poke fun at that, and then I was like, maybe there's a little bit of envy in this. Okay, so I'm done. I am going to start recording my Q&A episode. Okay, we're taking an intermission because it's very exciting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up the car from its servicing.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay, so it's freezing outside, so I'm bundling up. I'm wearing this on, what's it called, merino wool. This is from Colorful Standard. Sweatpants are TNA. And then my winter jacket is from Eddie Bauer. We have to take an Evo there, like a rental car there, and then we'll drive back and hopefully we can get rid of this whole pile of junk here that has been driving me nuts. Jamie, tell us a little bit about the new outfit edition.
Yeah, these joggers are from Aritzia. Funny story, I went in and she asked me if I wanted to get gift wrap. And I was like, no, they're for me. And she was surprised.
Use the app.
We got so lucky, this Evo was right outside our apartment.
It was very lucky.
See, my eyelashes look kind of good.
Yeah.
We got the car, picked up our car, we ended up going to Costco, and I always have like the weirdest experience with Costco. I get very overstimulated, and you know, it's overwhelming, but it's also fun. I actually haven't been outside at all today to go on a walk because it's Friday and I don't usually walk Georgie on Fridays, so I think I'm gonna go on a walk now, and then we're going swimming Friday night for you. I decided that I'm going to do a Christmas craft slash baking series on TikTok. So I pinned a bunch of ideas last night and we're gonna go to Michael's and maybe the grocery store to get some supplies for the series. This is my outfit. I just got this vest from the vintage store and it's, oh, this isn't good lighting. Excuse the mess in the background. We still have not been to Goodwill yet, but this is vintage Banana Republic, interestingly enough.
I'm so confused.
Okay, so we did our outing at Michael's, which was successful, and then we went to the grocery store and got some stuff for some Christmas snacks as well as a couple of crafts that I'm going to be doing. So follow along on TikTok if you're not already to see some of those. Now, as the day has progressed, I have become increasingly more congested, and I tried to do this like thyme steam this morning, which is basically just putting thyme in a pot and then, or like boiling water, putting it in boiling water and then just like creating a little tent with your towel or with your blanket, which actually helped for a bit, but it didn't last very long. The relief didn't last very long, so I ended up resorting to getting some sinus medication at Choppers, and now I am just feeling worse and worse as each minute passes. So we decided, despite having spent hundreds of dollars on Costco groceries and Save On groceries today, to get takeout food for dinner. So we're getting Vietnamese food, which is one of our favorites, and I think we'll try to watch a Christmas movie. Which one do you want to watch? Jamie's never seen Love Actually, so that feels like a rite of passage. Also, look at my eye. Oh, and I want to provide you with a sleep apnea update. So, as you guys know, I have been using my CPAP machine for the last, I would say like 3-4 nights. It's not going well. I was so confident going into it because everyone was commenting on my TikTok saying like it's really hard to adjust to, and I was like, oh, I don't want to go into it with that mindset. Like, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be easy. Girl, I hate it. And it's not so much the mask itself. Like, the mask itself is actually quite comfortable and it's not really a problem. It's the pressure. Like, it's an uncomfortable feeling. I might have already explained this in a previous vlog, but you can't like open your mouth because it like creates this like suction-y thing. You can't talk or anything. Anyhow, it is what it is, and I just gotta keep trying and keep trying to get used to it. I will say, I'm not sure whether or not this is placebo. I have only been using it for about like 3-4 hours a night. You can see like a report in the morning when you look on your phone. So I've only been using it for about 3 or 4 hours a night, but interestingly I have been, with the exception of today, feeling a lot more energetic. Yeah, I guess those 3 to 4 hours that you're using it for are like way higher quality sleep, because the number of times that I am stopping breathing is significantly less. So I guess that
That is good.
That is good. So when I did my test, I was at 24 events per hour, and the machine I've been averaging like 8 events per hour, which means I stopped breathing for 10 or more seconds for 8 times an hour, which I think is normal. Like, he said that it's normal to have some times that you stop breathing. There must be like a threshold at which it becomes like qualified as sleep apnea. And then 1 veggie combo.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, how long?
Yeah, see you for 15 minutes. Bye.
Thank you, bye. Also, guess what? I just discovered, look at this. You can set limits for your apps.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
And mind you, you can just bypass it.
I know. No, I don't even think about it anymore. It knows a click. It comes up, I'm midway through a video, ignore.
Ignore, yeah. So like, I set limits on these too.
Well, you can do a password.
Jamie is off to get our food, and I think I will probably end the vlog here. In terms of plans for the rest of the evening, I think we'll probably just watch some on the projector. I am exhausted, so I'll probably hit the hay early. No big surprises there. And hopefully I feel better tomorrow. Tomorrow is Monday, so I think I'll probably restart a new vlogging week as of tomorrow. And like I said, my plan is to start the Christmas series, start doing some baking and crafts, and I'm really excited for that. So my hope is that I feel good enough tomorrow to start doing that. Thank you as always for watching. I hope that you're enjoying these vlogs. I'm very sorry about my hair right now. Not that it matters, but anyhow, thanks for being here. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next vlog.